Thanks for joining us for K2 News at 11. I'm Reich Yazway. Tonight we begin with the top story of the day. The fate of SNAP benefits nationwide may be in the hands of a federal judge in Boston. Oregon and Washington, along with 23 other states, sued the federal government to force the feds to send those benefits out. Hundreds of thousands of Oregonians stand to miss out on their monthly benefits this weekend. K2's Jennifer Singh is at the live desk for us. And Jen, we thought we could learn more tonight.
That's right, we did, but we are still waiting. According to a number of reports today, a federal judge seemed open to siding with the state suing the Trump administration. Meanwhile, local food banks say they're already seeing an increase in need. More than 757,000 Oregonians stand to lose SNAP benefits Saturday as the government shutdown continues. The need already felt at the Salvation Army.
Just on Wednesday, we had 86 individuals come to our doors and for food assistance, but keep in mind those individuals represent households.
Captain McBride with the Salvation Army tells us between April and September of this year, they saw a 72% increase in people being served at their pantries in the Portland metro area. That number is only growing.
I imagine it's only going to get much more, I don't want to say worser, but it's going to be much more of an increase in the need to meet for those who come to us on a regular basis.
The Trump administration blames the financial crunch on the shutdown. It says the Department of Agriculture has run out of money to pay SNAP benefits amid the shutdown. A coalition of Democratic states is suing the federal government, arguing the federal government should dip into reserve funds. The states want the judge to force the feds to use that savings account. It has roughly $5 billion in it. If the judge does rule in favor of using emergency funds, it does not necessarily mean Americans will have the same access to SNAP benefits. Monthly benefits cost roughly $8 billion nationwide, far more than what's in the federal account. Meanwhile, local organizations say they will stand in the gap, but they need the public's help to do that.
And then when you look at our shelves, they're pretty bare, and it's kind of heartbreaking because we want to meet the need, but the food isn't just there.
Now, the judge was expected to make a decision today, and again, we are still waiting. The details on how quickly benefits would return depends on how much funding is restored. We will keep you updated as soon as any decision in Boston is made.
All right, Jim, before you go, Oregon Governor Tina Kotek has directed $5 million to the state's food bank network. Why is that money being given to food banks instead of right into people's SNAP accounts?
Well, according to ODHS, Oregon and most other states don't have a way to load state funds onto EBT cards. They say it requires special permission from the federal government as well as some IT changes. So instead, they're giving that money to food banks so families can still get food quickly while the federal SNAP funding is on hold.
Jennifer Singh, thank you for that. This is new at 11. Clackamas County has declared a state of emergency responding to the growing need and food insecurity tied to this ongoing federal government shutdown. County commissioners have set aside $100,000 to help bridge the gap. They want the state to backfill those lost benefits. The emergency declaration allows the county to redirect money and get aid until federal SNAP payments resume or through the end of the year. In Gresham, the city is also stepping up to help families in need, donating $10,000 to Snowcap Community Services to provide food and resources. Snowcap says the demand for food has reached historic levels, says the money will prevent local youth and their families from being left hungry. The city says this partnership fights hunger and supports its youth violence prevention efforts. Tonight, the Marion County Board of Commissioners held an emergency meeting to discuss ways to help families in need. Commissioners are considering using up to $100,000 a week in county money to support food basket programs through local food shares. The board is expected to make a final decision early next week, depending on whether federal benefits are restored. Meanwhile, a brewery is joining a list of local businesses helping those in need. Montevilla Brew Works held a Snap to It benefit, collecting food for families impacted by the SNAP shutdown. The brewery says it plans to match every pound of food donated. It even offered $1 off the first pint for guests who brought at least 2 non-perishable items.
A lot of people have been asking if this is going to be an ongoing donation event, and I imagine it will be. I'd love the shutdown to end tomorrow and we wouldn't have to do this, but it seems like it's not going to end, so I can see how this will probably be a benefit that will stay on for a while with us, and maybe we'll have some different incentives to get people to come in and donate.
The owner says donations will benefit Manspring Community Pantry and Oregon Food Bank. Stick with K2 as we continue to track the latest in this developing story. You can also tune into K2 News tomorrow morning starting at 4:30 for any new details that come in overnight.